All right. Hi, everyone. It is August, and I am about to go through our August specials. We've got a lot of good stuff going on this month. My name is Jada, and for those of you that don't know me, I'm a diamond with doTERRA in the US. And I also build in EU, so I always do these monthly reviews and go through what we've got going on in both markets. And we have a lot going on in the US this month of August. The first I'll cover is our product of the month is a 10 milliliter Motivate Touch Oil. And we have a discount on the Spearmint. So I will cover in depth what all of the different oils do, both emotionally, energetically, and physically. I tend to lean more into the energetic aspect, even though I use the oils physically for physical ailments, body systems. I would like to work with the energetic aspect because I find that often when there's a physical thing going on, it's an emotional underlying root cause. And when we can clear that energetically, all of the physical symptoms also tend to lift. So I'm going to share my screen with you just to give you a quick overview of everything that's going on in the US this month, because we have a lot. We have a lot going on. So here you can see we've got a free oil. So if you're new or if you've been ordering for a while, if you place what's called a loyalty rewards program order, an LRP order, and it is of 125 PV or more between the 1st and the 15th of the month, which means today it's the 10th of August, you've got 5 days left. If you place an LRP order of 125 PV, you get the Motivate Touch oil for free. And I'll go through that in depth, what this one does. We have 15% off Spearmint, and I'll also cover that. In addition to that, we have some amazing things, limited time offers. So red mandarin and yellow mandarin are not oils that you can purchase usually. And this month we have a duo, and it is $20, and the whole profit of this, the whole $20 is donated to our Healing Hands Foundation. So 100% of that goes to all of the amazing causes that we do to save children. We do a lot of stuff. You can check that out on doTERRA.com. So I'll talk a little bit about red mandarin and yellow mandarin now before we really move on, because often people ask, what is the difference between green, red, and yellow mandarin? Well, they're all from the same fruit. It happens to be the different process of the ripening. So the green mandarin is the unripe fruit that hasn't ripened yet. And when you use the green mandarin, it actually doesn't make you photosensitive. You can use that one even going out into sunlight. The red and the yellow are different. The red is when the fruit is orange or the peel is orange-red, and it's fully ripened, and yellow is in the stage between. So right before it ripens, it's still yellow. And it's similar in constituents chemically, but it's actually very different, and they each offer very different benefits. So I will talk about that a little bit more in depth. And then we also have, while supplies last, these are limited time offers. We have the Stronger oil, which was formulated for children. So this was a protective blend for children, Stronger. Now, the one that you can purchase this month is a 5 ml. So it will not be in a roller ball, and it will not be diluted with coconut oil. It will simply be in a 5 ml bottle and undiluted. And it consists of rose, cedarwood, Litsea, and frankincense, which is really amazing. And I will, of course, talk about what that one does. Harvest Spice is also a limited edition oil. It consists of cassia, cloves, cedarwood, cinnamon, and eucalyptus. It is a good fall blend. It is very spicy. And it's a really great one to diffuse as we're coming into September, end of August. Get it in your home, get it cozy. It's very warming. The cinnamon makes it super warming, and the clove, and it's very good for cleansing of the air also with the eucalyptus. So it's a great blend. So let's dive into the specifics, and I'll stop sharing so that you can actually see me a little bit better. So the Motivate blend is an encouraging blend. It's formulated to assist anyone that's going through discouragement, low confidence, low motivation. In addition to that, it's great to detox. So we're talking about the physical aspects first. You can apply it to the bottoms of your feet. You can massage it into your adrenals. Your adrenals are the glands that are sitting on your lower back. So let me actually get up and I will show you. So if you take your hands and place them on your lower back right here, and this is your adrenals. This is where you might have heard the terms adrenal fatigue. When you're exhausted, they're overworking these glands. And so this roller, the Motivate roller, you can actually take it and roll it directly on there and get energy. It is amazing if you tend to have any issues with your digestive system, because in this blend, we have clementine, peppermint, coriander, basil, melissa, and rosemary. So we know that both peppermint and coriander are very good for the digestive system. And also the rosemary supports if there's any signs of gas. The melissa is a great oil for your immune system. So this is a very good oil to actually keep your immune system high as well. Should you have any respiratory issues, you can apply it over your chest and massage in, and it will support. And whilst you're using that, it gives you this boost of energy. So some people like to use it before going for a workout, simply to activate that respiratory system. So the energetic aspect, the emotional parts of this oil, the mints and the citrus oils, right? They are really there to lift up and give encouragement. It's a great oil to build confidence and teach one to follow through, especially on one's creative endeavors. If you actually want to create something but feel discouraged and can't really follow through with it, this is a beautiful fire starter. You can use it around your second chakra, right below your navel, 2 fingers, apply it, or you can even roll it around your navel if you like. And it's a fire starter for your sacral chakra, the second one, which is all creation, creativity, birthing ideas. In addition to that, if someone has been a caretaker for a long time and really spent a long time taking care of maybe family, or you're in a role at work where you're in service, you've committed your life to being in service, but you've started to feel worn out, tired, lethargic, despondent, any of those where you're just feeling lack of energy, this oil has such a beautiful way of teaching us that when we're fully in flow and serving, it can reconnect us to the joy of serving. So instead of feeling tired of taking care of others, you actually can feel energized by it again. So that's a really beautiful one. I think the most amazing part about this oil is when really, if you're feeling paralyzed in any area of your life, this one will launch you into proactive action and positive action. So it's a very powerful oil. The next one that we'll talk about is spearmint. So spearmint, most people know from food. We have it in a lot of mints. We have it in a lot of gums and things like this. Some people use it with, they could put a little bit in some cocoa to give it a little bit of a different flavor instead of peppermint, spearmint. So spearmint is really physically quite an interesting oil. It works very, very well for anything digestive, of course. Also, muscle aches. It's really, really, really great for muscle aches because it is from the mint family. So there's ketones in this oil, and they make spearmint an energizing oil so that you can actually use it for an invigorating massage. Now, you don't want to use too much because then you're going to really feel the coolness and then it might not be so relaxing. So really 1 to 2 drops is more than enough with fractionated coconut oil. Massage it into your neck and shoulders. You can massage it into your calves. It's really, really great for any type of muscle. I don't want to say spasm, but like the achiness of muscles. For indigestion, you want to drink 1 to 2 drops in water, or you can put it in a capsule. It's amazing for respiratory discomfort. You can put it directly onto the chest or the upper back with coconut oil, massage it in. If there's any signs of nausea, that feeling of queasiness, you can inhale it from cupped hands over your nose. And you can also rub it directly onto your stomach to alleviate that. If anyone is suffering from odors coming out of your mouth, that's often an accumulation of bacteria on the tongue. And there's a really great mint blast tongue scrub. So what you want to do is put 1 drop of spearmint, 1 drop of peppermint in a teaspoon of baking soda. You want to wet your toothbrush, put it in there and scrub your tongue and get that bacteria off the tongue, because that's actually what's causing some of the odor. It comes up from your gut and then it lives on your tongue. And for a diffuser blend, we have a really beautiful one that I love. We call it Sea Breeze. And you're doing 1 drop of spearmint, 3 drops of lavender, and 3 drops of lime. So it's just like coming to the ocean and having that sea breeze right in there. Those are the physical uses. I like to also I like to mix it in my water. I actually like to do a drop of lime or lemon and a drop of spearmint. It's amazing. I also have experimented with it in my smoothies, and it's really, really refreshing. Rather than using peppermint, sometimes I just put spearmint in there. 1 drop is enough in a big smoothie for maybe 2 people, okay? So spearmint, the energetic aspect, is the oil of confident speech. This is a beautiful oil to blend in and make a rollerball. There's Desiree Manganog made a great blend with lavender and wild orange and spearmint and sandalwood, and you can roll it over your throat. You can look it up in her books. But in addition to that, it really inspires clear thoughts, confident verbal expression, because some people might hide their truth because they feel like they can't express it properly. It also encourages inner clarity for one's convictions and opinions, so that if one is feeling strongly about something but can't really get it out clearly, this oil will support you in verbalizing it, and it will really support you in translating that inner clarity so that people can hear you. It can be very helpful remedy for those who struggle communicating, even if it's in front of 1 or 2 people, if it's a group, if anyone is about to do a speech on stage or at a board meeting or something, I recommend this blend or this oil so much. Both diffusing it, but really applying it directly on the throat is amazing. It allows you to really clearly communicate your values, where you stand. Also, a lot of people, if they feel scattered, having a hard time concentrating and getting your thoughts into a linear way for people to understand, this is a great oil to use, especially if you're stumbling. It helps us to get emotionally clear so that we can say what we want to say in short and access our inner light and convey that light to the world confidently. Just think about that. When you're using this oil of confident speech and applying it, it actually activates this inner light in you and allows you to convey it so your gift can be shared with the world. I find that so amazing. So the combination of using a Motivate blend over your 2nd chakra, getting clear on your creativity, getting into action, and using this over your 5th throat chakra and communicating your creativity, that's just a powerful, powerful fire starter. I love it, love it, love it. Those are the monthly oils. So now we have specials. I will cover the red and the yellow mandarin. We have a little bit more information on the red mandarin in terms of what it's good for. But know that the yellow mandarin is also in there, really helpful, okay? Because they're from the same fruit. So they're pretty much similar, but not. They smell totally different, and the energetic aspect is also different. So they're both very good for skin clearing. They're really, really beautiful. They're very clarifying. So if you want to put a drop in with your facial cleaner or facial toner, do it at nighttime. Do it in your nighttime routine, because you're going to not want to go into direct sunlight afterwards. It's purifying, clarifying. It uplifts and energizes in any diffuser blend, in any inhaled over the nose. Both of them are fantastic for digestive issues. You want to drink 1 to 3 drops in your water or put them in the capsule. You can also, they're both really, really wonderful in a little bit of yogurt. If you want to flavor your natural yogurt or kefir, you can put 1 to 3 drops in there. It just gives it such great flavor. The red mandarin in particular is really good for bumps under the skin, meaning fat that's not dissolving. So you can massage it with a carrier oil into those lumpy areas on your thighs, buttocks, stomach, maybe back of arms, and start moving through those fatty deposits. It is really great if there's no movement in your stomach. So digestive issues, again, if there are blockages, you want to massage 2 to 4 drops clockwise over your abdomen, and you can use a carrier oil and just do it directly on there. Both of them are very high in limonene, and limonene is incredibly good for your immune system. It's very cleansing. So either way, they're going to be like a tonic for your body when ingested or when used. So the energetic aspect is going to be very positive and uplifting. The yellow mandarin is probably even more light than the red mandarin is, but both of them draw on our childlike perspective. So the red one, which we'll talk about here now, the red mandarin, is the sweetest of all citrus fruits, actually. And it's often a very unique perspective that one gets to have when you're using red mandarin, because we get to see things through the childlike wonder. If one is forgotten and get weighed down and just things are piling up, this one helps to dispel some of that weighing down and to see and witness what it's like to be a child again. And children, when they fall down, they just get back up. They don't think about it too much. It's more adults that are assigning meaning to all the things that happen. Simultaneously, parenting can be, or probably undoubtedly is, one of the most rewarding things, but can also be extremely tiring and demanding, challenging. And so this red mandarin for parents, if there is any feeling of overwhelm or any feel of not being appreciated or just really piled up challenges, diffusing red mandarin or applying it over your heart or on your third chakra, your solar plexus, can really help you digest some of those feelings and get into a lighter way and seeing how rewarding it is to be a parent, and that all of that stuff that we get bogged down with really doesn't matter in the big scheme of things. We remember the innocence of childhood through this oil, and it reassures anyone, really anyone, whether you're a parent or not, that overwhelm and those kinds of concerns, although they're hard, life is still full of sweet and beautiful moments, and they deserve to be noticed. So increasing our gratitude is really one of those high vibrational parts to the red mandarin oil. In addition to that, with the yellow mandarin, and they're all sourced in Brazil, by the way, I didn't mention that. The yellow mandarin is very, very energizing and uplifting as well. And so this one, I would say, if you're really feeling like you just need to laugh, you need some cheer, apply the yellow mandarin in with anything else. It is really, really, really great. And like I said, with both of them, you want to avoid the direct sunlight if you do apply it physically. Okay. We got the last two oils in our special, which is the 5 ml Stronger. The Stronger blend was formulated for kids, and it's the protective blend for kids, which is equivalent to the adult On Guard, but it is different. It is very much different because we have other oils that are mixed into it. And now usually you can only get it in the 10 ml roller, but now you can actually get it in the 5 ml undiluted. So the main ingredients in the Stronger blend is lavender, cananga, which is an oil that you can't purchase, Buddha wood, which is also an oil you can't purchase, Roman chamomile. So you can see this is a really, really, really unique oil. And this is great for protecting the body of a child, but also adults. We work the same, right? It is formulated in a little bit softer and like more soothing way, rather than for the adult protective blend. You have clove, you have rosemary, you have some of the more heavy oils. This is great to support anyone with easy sleeping. You can apply it to the bottoms of the feet or diffuse it before they go to bed. It's great for anyone who suffers from night terrors. You want to diffuse it throughout the night or put it on your wrists. Because what happens is when we're sleeping, if you're laying like this and you're getting it in, you're acting as a natural body diffuser. It is also a really, really great one to diffuse any tension in relationships. You want to apply it on the back of your neck. It just supports us in releasing that. If you're having way too many thoughts that are just overwhelming, it's coming at you too much in one go, you can apply it to the temples, you can apply it to the wrists. It really is soothing any irrational thoughts. It supports with that. And you can also apply it to the chest or drop 1 or 2 drops in a bath to really have a soothing, soothing, soothing bath. Should you have any rashes if you're using it with children, diaper rash, for example, or any other types of rashes on the body, bee stings, those kind of things as well, you can apply it on there with coconut oil. Also, very good for soothing any damage from the sun. So you can actually dilute it with coconut oil and use it. Now, this one is diluted. So if you have this one, just take this one and roll it. But I'm talking about specifically the 5 ml undiluted that you now can purchase just for this month until it runs out. And this specific 5 ml, obviously you want to use it like your bath, your diffuser, so forth. It really is an oil that invigorates the body with physical strength when needed, and it restores it when it's depleted and weakened. And it offers emotional fortification and rejuvenation. So in alignment with what's going on, if you're feeling exhausted, this one is really great. In addition to that, the Stronger one, the energetic aspect, supports us in having healthy boundaries. It supports with dealing with the intense emotions of others, protecting the person who wears the oil, protecting them from absorbing everything that's coming at them. So if you have a child that's very sensitive, if you work with people, if you're working in the energy fields and you are concerned of picking up energies or emotions from other people, or you're dealing with someone who's going through a lot and they're just lashing out, you can use this oil really as a shield to protect you and still allow you to connect, because you don't want to protect to the point where you can't connect, right? It's still going to allow you to connect. Meanwhile, you'll not absorb all of that stuff that's coming at you. it also teaches us to draw strength from the divine, which is really always based in truth and love. This is a truth and love oil. It's about coming to the core. It's about taking all of, remember when I was talking about the thoughts, just too much going on, it really allows us to come in. The Buddha wood is really solid for that. And the Kananga is very settling to our nervous system. Those oils allows us to come in and connect to truth and love and realize that when we're living from our center of truth, that's when we're the strongest. So it doesn't matter what's going on around. It doesn't matter if you think you're going to need to push everything else away. None of that is relevant. When you come in and connect, you can go through anything, but that's where you're strongest. So that's really it. In terms of the harvest spice, this oil, what I would say about it, like we don't really have a lot of physical things that we've written down about the harvest spice, why it's so amazing. But here's what I have concluded in what's going on with the oil, because there are certain ingredients in it, such as cassia, which is the oil of empowerment, and we have clove, right? This is also one of boundaries. We have cedarwood, which is the oil of community, and cinnamon, which is, I believe, let me just get really, really clear on this so that I don't say something wrong. It's all about self-assurance. So yeah, cinnamon is the oil of sexual harmony. And then you have the oil of eucalyptus, which is the oil of wellness. So for me, when I am studying this oil, it's all about bringing a healthy balance into one's relation to others. So the cassia is all about self-assurance and feeling confident. And the other oils are about relating to others. And the eucalyptus is allowing you to have a healthy balance and creating that wellness. So whilst it's an oil we really use in the diffuser I would not put this in a bath because of the cinnamon, it will burn. So do not put this in a bath. This is a diffuser oil, or with coconut oil, you can maybe massage 1 drop into you to really soothe you down the spine. But this is an energetic oil. You want to smell it. You want to use the sense of smell, the limbic nervous system, to inform your brain and use that to inform your cells. So it's an oil of healing and feeling great in relationships. And this makes sense, right? Because the fall season, we start to go indoors. We start to have more gatherings. Hopefully, with all this stuff going on in the world, people are still having gatherings. In the fall, we have Halloween coming up. At the end of fall, we have Thanksgiving coming up. So it's a warm, cozy oil that fosters this connection in relationships. Meanwhile, you have healthy boundaries and feeling confident in going into these relationships and community. It's a really powerful oil. I think we'll probably end up talking more about it as we move through the season. We're still in summer. We're still in August. And it's a lot of beautiful oils that doTERRA has shared with us this month. I hope you take advantage of them. I hope you enjoy them. Please feel free to ask any questions either here on Facebook or on YouTube. And as always, I'll make sure that those on my team, you get this sent out. And you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel and save it for any future reference coming back to it. It's such a pleasure being with you guys and educating and sharing. And I'm always open for feedback. If there's oils you want to know more about, obviously I cover the ones we go through monthly, but if there's any requests, please let me know. Such a pleasure to be with you guys. Lots of love.